When I got in the business 20 plus years ago, 25 coming up on now, there were around 10,000 publicly traded companies available to invest in. Now it's a lot closer to 3,000. So the number of public companies that were available to buy has been cut by 2/3, more than 2/3. So if I actually still want the same choice that I had 25 years ago, I have to go into the private markets. I don't really have a choice. And not many people realize this. You want that same exposure, you literally have to go outside the public markets. There's another clue in that the arguably the most successful endowment funds, Harvard and Yale, they routinely produce up like 20% annualized returns, upper double digit annualized returns. If I were to say we routinely get 18, 19, 20, 25% annualized returns in the public market, I'd be crazy. I'd be lying, probably, pretty much, because it just is not available. Those kind of long-term sustained returns just haven't happened in the public markets. But those endowment funds have been able to get those returns because they invest in high-end private equity, as much as 40%. Now, 40% may not be an appropriate allocation for most retail investors because Harvard and Yale have a extremely long, if not an infinite timeline that they can consider. But there's a clue in that success. And so would 10 or 20% be a reasonable amount of investment into a private equity strategy for a retail client? I think so. I don't think it's bad. So private equity and alternatives at large are assets that are not publicly traded, that are not very typical like stocks and bonds, but that enable your portfolio to be more efficient.